Well, as humans, we've never had more ways to connect, from busy working and social lives to having thousands of people at our fingertips via social media. Yet loneliness is on the rise.
This week is Loneliness Awareness Week. New research has found 1 in 2 people living in Australia are experiencing social disconnection, with young adults aged 18 to 25, surprisingly, the loneliest age group. It's a stark reminder that being connected online doesn't always mean feeling connected in real life. So, what is driving Australia's loneliness crisis? And most importantly, what can we do to feel more connected? To tell us more, chef and mental health advocate Colin Fasnich, a familiar face to all of you at home, along with the CEO and scientific chair of Ending Loneliness Together, Associate Professor Michelle Lim, are both here with us. Hello,
Morning,
team.
guys.
Morning.
Michelle, we hear loneliness and social isolation all the time. But what's the difference between loneliness and social isolation?
Good questions. Something that people get confused about. So loneliness is a feeling of distress that comes up for you when you feel your relationships are not meeting your current social needs. So you could be around people but still feel lonely, and it's a subjective form. Social isolation is much more objective. So it's the number of people you know, how much contact you have with people. You know, we can count that. That's something much more objective. We know now in Australia, 1 in 2 of us will experience either loneliness, social isolation, or both.
Okay. Now, Michelle, research shows that having just one close friend, like a real friend, not some person on social media, a real friend can reduce the risk of loneliness by up to like 89%.
Yes.
What are some other ways we can get around that?
So one close friend within your network, or even extended, but also your community, talking to people in your neighborhood. Beyond that close network is really important. Family cohesion, having family that supports you, even positive friendships. So not just having friends, but positive friendships are really important. And of course, very importantly, volunteering, those sorts of things. Helping someone else, putting yourself, looking at the needs of other people can help you find meaning and purpose.
We mentioned one of the at-risk groups was 18 to 25, but the research also says 45 to 54-year-olds are most likely to experience both loneliness and isolation at once. Let's bring in you here, Colin.
Well, I was 53 yesterday.
Hey, happy birthday.
Well, I'm in that group now.
So as long as it's been part of your story, I mean, look, from the outside looking in, I wouldn't imagine so, Colin, but
Look,
tell us.
So I'm part of W now, very close to my heart, a men's charity group looking after each other. But I'm on the road for 8 months of the year. And like, as glamorous as that sounds, it's not. Because you end up in a hotel room every night on your own. You put your bag in the same spot, your thing in the same, and it just becomes a Groundhog Day. And even, it doesn't matter where you're travelling around the world. So I found that very hard to deal with, and I joined W now. So we have a group of men on every beach. It's massive now. So we have 60 guys down in Maroubra, 60 in all the other beaches. And what we do is we train. We do all-man training, Larry. So it's, you know...
It's like the emphatic march.
Yeah, we do a bit of that. If you can't train, you walk. Then after that, we have a swim, no matter what the weather is. And then we have a circle of trust where you can talk about wins in life. Like, my daughter had a baby, someone else said something, or you can talk about men are like, I'm not feeling good today. I need someone just to chat to, and that's what it's about. And then we all have a coffee together and a talk, and it's about talking. And then we have this WhatsApp group, which sometimes is a nightmare, but it's checking up on someone or someone you haven't seen. You make sure you ring them, and it's about that connection.
Yeah.
Cole, I suppose if people can't get to these things, the important thing to take away from that is you can do this with your mates, right?
Yeah.
You can go for a walk to the beach, you can go and have a coffee or a beer, but as long as there's some connection.
I think what we try and drill in is basically, if you haven't spoke to someone in a while, call them.
Yeah. And
then get them to call someone. And if I see someone who's doing it tough, I bring them down to the beach. And it's about bringing someone else down.
Okay, that's really that's beautiful. Yeah. It's a beautiful connection you've got going there. Michelle, finally, what's one thing you would like people to actually do or know about, since this is Loneliness Awareness Week?
Well, we're living in an increasingly socially disconnected world. Loneliness, social isolation, both. And I think what Colin has highlighted is this intention, making that effort to make room to connect. those things don't happen naturally anymore. You really have to make the effort, call someone, make room, whether it's physical space, emotional space, doing something to help someone else if you know they're at risk of loneliness or social isolation.
And wouldn't it be just if you simply reached out to someone to make that connection, you make the effort, and they would actually welcome it too, because there's chances are they could be lonely as well, right?
Absolutely. Well, 1 in 2 of us would experience loneliness or social isolation.
It's great information, really important to talk to you both this morning. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.